Hold on to your hats, because it's time for liftoff.
T-minus 10, 9,
8. Countdown
7,
with me.
6, 5,
Come on.
4,
Come on.
3, 2,
Bring the magic.
1, 0.
There it is.
Ignition.
Come on, come on, come on.
Liftoff.
No time to waste, folks.
After the hour.
Time is of the essence. El tiempo es todo oro. Here we go.
Get ready. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready
For the ride of your life.
The show with no name time on Vaughn Radio. It's a show with no name. Let's go.
Hello, dear Alberto. 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 Friends. Hello, dear Alberto. Hello. Hello. Hello, dear Alberto. Hello, dear Alberto. Hello, dear Alberto.
All right. Hello, dear Alberto. Who said that? Who was saying hello, dear Alberto? Listen.
Hello, dear Alberto.
Anybody recognize that voice?
Hello, dear Alberto. Hello, dear Alberto.
Does anybody recognize that voice? That's none other than Leo. Hello, dear Alberto. Hello, dear Alberto. We just did a remix, the Leo remix, here on the show with no name. And that is from the question of the week, which Leo, I don't remember which one it was, but I can tell you which one we've got up ahead.
Question of the week.
All right, amigos. Well, this is a really fun question of the week, so I urge you all to participate. And again, this is a really cool section because you get to express yourself in English. And I think that's what everybody's trying to do, to express themselves more clearly, with more confidence. And this is the perfect opportunity to do that. It's question of the week. All you have to do is send me a voice message. Now, this is simple stuff here. The voice message has to be around 1 minute or so. If you go over a little bit or you're under a little bit, you know what I mean. Around a minute-ish. Now, where do you send it? Very important. Because if you get the email address wrong and you made all the effort, well, it's not going to get to me. So write this down. This is my email address. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. So Alonso sin guiones, no underscore. Alonso@grupovon.com. And introduce yourself like Leo just did. Hello, Alberto, dear Alberto. Hello, friends. This is Leo. This is Laura. This is whoever. Just make sure you participate. And this week, you have to tell us your biggest faux pas, cagada, or most embarrassing situation that you've had in English. And the great thing is we're going to laugh and we're going to learn like we always do here on the show with No Name and on Vaughn Radio. So participate. I've already gotten a lot of participation from some students. Chris Valrol, Kubla. Who else has already sent me ones? Also Maria Jose. So you've only got about another day or two to send them to me. Do it today. Don't put it off. No lo aplaces. Don't put it off. And express yourself. That's the whole idea. You know, we want to laugh with you. We want to, you know, one of the greatest things I've ever learned, and I learned this when I was studying acting, interpretación. A lot of times you go into an audition, un casting, in your case, an interview, and you're thinking, man, they're going to hate me. They're not going to want me. They're going to, you know, like they're judging me. And yes, they are. They have to. But there's nothing that they would want more than to say, I love this guy. This is our guy. Because that means the search is over, right? So if you think like that, like, you know, people want me to do well. Okay, not everybody. You've always got a few bad apples in the bunch. But in general, people want you to do well. And especially here, that's the environment we have on the show with No Name. So participate. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll listen to your answers this Friday, my amigos. I'm really psyched. And I can tell you a few stories. But let's just keep it at one. And this way we can hear from a lot of different people. We're looking forward to hearing from you on the question of the week, amigos. As always, it's a pleasure to be here. And just a quick reminder as well, we've got something coming up. And if you're not coming, you are totally missing out. Hey, Lara, do you have any plans for November 1st?
Hey, Daddy. Yeah. It's Vaughn Radio. Twitter night, baby.
Where is it taking place?
It's at Real Madrid.
What time does it start?
It's at 8:30. Get there at 8.
And who's hosting this time?
Seriously? Come on, Daddy. It's your turn.
Thank God my daughter isn't as forgetful as I am. I'm going to jot it down this time. And so should you. We'll see you for another Vaughn Radio Trivia Night at Roll Madrid, hosted by yours truly, un servidor. I'll see you November 1st at 8:30 p.m. at Roll Madrid for another exciting Vaughn Radio Trivia Night.
Be there or be square, amigos.
That's right, folks. It's November 1st, and I've got everything all prepared. I'm ready to go. Yeah, you know me. Well, I've got a lot of things going on. So this past weekend, I said, you know what? I'm going to take an hour or two, and I'm just going to prepare the trivia night. And you guys are in for a real treat. It's going to be spooky, scary trivia, horror trivia. Since it's All Saints Day, it'll all be related to, hey, just you got time to prepare. It'll be related to movies, music, serial killers, bad guys, you know, real bad guys, fake bad guys, you know, fictional and non-fictional. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You can win prizes as well. The winning team will win a free meal and a beer. Now, I don't know about you, but that's one of the greatest prizes under the sun. Because after, you know, you win, you know, you're victorious, then you can sit there and you can enjoy the spoils, right, of war, como se dice, the spoils of war. A ver cómo lo ponen aquí, the spoils of war, no, las cosas que has cogido de la guerra. Let's see, I'm sure we can find it. Spoils of war, there it is. The spoils, botín de guerra, despojos de guerra. So, you know, once you've won the battle, then you are set. You are ready to go. And you can sit back with a big smile on your face with your amigos. Because, you know, I'm going to be there. Of course, I'm hosting all your Vaughn Radio presenters. I was just chatting with them. They're going to be there as well. And I hope you guys will be there to join us as well. It's November 1st. and it's at Real Madrid. Also, another thing you should jot down. October 20th, that's this coming Friday, October 20th, 2023, at 10 a.m., that's a half an hour before this show starts, there is going to be a live raffle. A raffle is un sorteo, a raffle or a drawing on Fitz's show, No Excuses. So if you were at one of our open houses, you will be able to win courses and also a €100 voucher that you can spend on Vaughn courses, materials, or whatever you want. That's Friday, October 20th, right before this program. Fitz will be announcing the winners. Good luck to everybody who participated. Wow. So, you know, one of the rewards of learning English is, well, you get to communicate and meet more people, but then you get to go to cool events and win prizes. Wow, that sounds like a win-win-win-win, like we're winning all around. All right, folks, time for a little challenge. It's our pop quiz. Come on. I can't hear you. Come on, seriously. Speak up. Pop quiz. From 3 to 4 p.m. with Ruby. Pop quiz. Come on. Let's go. I gotta feel you. Let's go. Here we go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. All right, folks, that's right. It's our pop quiz. And today we've got a listening exercise for you. So I'm going to be playing an audio clip with tons of vocabulary and some translations. And it's straight out of our book, Speak Basketball, which you can get at vaughntienda.com. It's in collaboration with the one and only Ricky Rubio. And as with all the Vaughn materials, it comes with downloadable audio. So we're going to listen to that right now. We're going to listen to a little piece. And I want you guys to pay attention because afterwards, I've got a challenge for you. If you have the book, this is Audio 10 in Speak Basketball by Alberto de Miguel and Ricky Rubio. It's Audio 10, page 34.
Pista 10. Capítulo 2. Durante el entrenamiento. Verbos comunes durante el entrenamiento.
Calentar.
To warm up.
Estirar.
To stretch.
Hacer un corro.
To huddle up.
Dividirse.
To split up.
Competir.
To compete.
Discutir.
To argue.
Practicar jugadas. Practicar sistemas.
To practice plays.
Beber agua.
To drink water.
Concentrarse.
To focus.
Escuchar.
To listen.
Entender.
To understand.
Hablar.
To talk.
Gritar.
To yell.
Vamos a hacer una trenza de pase para calentar.
Let's do a weave drill to warm up.
Si necesitas más tiempo para estirar, por favor, hazlo fuera de la pista.
If you need more time to stretch, please do so off the court.
Todos, venimos.
Everyone, bring it in.
A veces nos reunimos en corro para hablar de nuestra estrategia de juego.
We sometimes huddle up to discuss our game plan.
Vamos a dividirnos. La mitad en esa canasta y la mitad en la otra.
Let's split up. Half of you in this basket and the other half in the other one.
Siempre compito. Me da igual que sea un entrenamiento.
I always compete. I don't care if it's a practice.
Adam, George, dejad de discutir y comunicaos mejor la próxima vez.
Adam, George, stop arguing and communicate better next time.
Deberíamos practicar nuestras jugadas al menos 2 veces por semana.
We should practice our plays at least twice a week.
Tenéis 2 minutos para beber agua.
You have 2 minutes to drink water.
Si no nos concentramos, van a seguir anotando con facilidad.
If we don't focus, they'll keep getting easy buckets.
Escucha atentamente. No voy a volver a repetirlo.
Listen closely. I'm not going to say it again.
No entiendo por qué tenemos que hacer este ejercicio todos los días.
I don't understand why we have to do this drill every day.
Tenemos que hablar más alto en defensa.
We have to talk louder on defense.
No me grites. Sé que no debería haber hecho eso.
Don't yell at me. I know I shouldn't have done that.
All right, there you go, folks. So some good stuff that we learn, and stuff that, as you know, is not just used in sports. One of my favorite words that came up over here is the word huddle. And the word huddle, I think you even say hacer piña. Come on, guys. Everybody huddle. Huddle is to come in together. It's a great word. You can say huddle or huddle up. It's a great one. One that I always teach my students because it's something we do in our English class is to warm up. Fijaos, no es warm up. La M lo uno con el up. So let's warm up. Warm up. Say it with me. Do you want to warm up? Yeah, let's warm up. Let's see some other ones. To split up. Okay, guys, we're going to split up and we're going to play a practice game. Nos vamos a dividir. We've looked at that word, in fact, pretty recently here on the show. To compete, to argue. Just be careful. I've seen many mistakes with the word argue. Write this down. This is a good example to help you remember it, okay? We argued about or over. Cualquiera de los dos. We argued about or we argued over money. For example, discutimos sobre dinero. We discussed politics. ¿Ves lo que pasó ahí? So we argue about or argue over something. Eso es acaloradamente. And we discuss sin preposición. We discussed politics. We discussed the weather. And to discuss es hablar como nosotros hablamos todos los días aquí, tranquilamente. So something, just something you want to take note of over there. To drink water or to stay hydrated. If you get dehydrated, that's not good at all. Focus. One of the biggest mispronounced words in English by Spanish speakers. How many students have told me focus? Follan. Hey, es lo que he oído. I'm just repeating what I heard. It's not focus. Focus. No. Say concentrate si no te sale. Porque ahí puedes. Do you know how to say beso? Okay, good. And you know how to say foca? So say focus. Lo primero de foca, que es focus, not focus, or what, focus. I've heard a lot of different ones that don't sound like focus, kiss, focus. Say it with me, please, because you don't want to say to your boss, focus. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know what your relationship is like with your boss. All right. To talk, to yell. This is an important one. I've heard people say, don't yell me. Don't shout me. Where's my sound effect? Don't shout at me. Don't yell at me. Y fijaos, cuando ya viene con preposición, se une como el warm up. Right? So don't yell at. It's yell at, not yell at. Yell at. Don't yell at me. Fíjate en tu cabeza que yell y at sean una sola. Don't shout at. Shout, la T, como americano lo suavizamos a una D. Don't shout at. Don't shout at me. ¿Ves? Porque casi nunca los separamos. Porque van juntos. It's like, listen to. Nunca dices, listen to me. Es que es raro pausar ahí porque van juntos. So remember this. Don't try and separate prepositions from their verbs. If they go together, wait for. No es wait for me. It's wait for me. Porque el wait siempre va con el for. Todos lo solemos unir a la hora de decirlo. Just some tricks of the trade. Unos trucos del oficio. All right, well, we're going to do a double trouble in today's. So he said the word estirarse, right? It's the verb. It's also the noun, un estiramiento, right? But it also has another meaning. So I want you to use it with the other meaning. Here's your double trouble. Él quiere que nos estiramos 3 veces al día. Creo que es un poco exageración. That's a double trouble, folks. Él quiere que nos estiramos. ¿Estiramos? Am I conjugating that correctly? Corrígeme si no en español, ¿eh? Creo que es subjuntivo. Él quiere que nos estiramos 3 veces al día. Creo que es un poco exageración. All right? So there you go, my amigos. That's your double trouble. And don't worry, you're going to have a double trouble today too. But I decided it would be a good way to teach you a word that you all know, but teach you another meaning, and also look at some common basketball vocabulary that doesn't just deal with basketball. As I said before, it's vocabulary that you could use in the real world. How many times we say huddle or to split or something like that? Oh, and speaking of basketball, there's an FYI episode on basketball. This sport is so much more than merely bouncing a ball about, shooting baskets, and running your butt off back and forth for 48 minutes. It's a cult that captivates both on the court and out of bounds. We'll get to the bottom of basketball on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés.
You got it. All right, folks, that's right. Wherever you get your Vaughn podcasts, don't forget you've got FYI. You've got 2 episodes available on basketball. I just shared them with you. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube with us, well, then the good news is you guys will be able to access them easy. But either way, if you go to your favorite podcast platform, you can download it. Just search for, I recommend if you're going to search for FYI, because there's For Your Innovation. There's FYI is a popular name. So put For Your Inglés. For Your Inglés. Maybe you can search by my name as well, or the specific topic. And let's see. Sometimes I get lost. Where are we now? Today, all right, so last week, we looked at weapons. Well, this week, coming up this Friday, you got a brand spanking new episode where we're going to take a look at vinyl. That's right. We're going to take a look at records. And then we're going to end what I can't believe this. This is absolutely mind-blowing. And thank you, FYIers. I know many of you are FYIers and Show with No Namers. That will be the end of season 5. So we've got vinyl this Friday, then the last Friday in October, right before Halloween, you've got the last episode. And by the way, I've made the bonus episode of that one available to everybody. So whether you're in my community or not, you're going to get 2 episodes, and that is American History with Richard Vaughn. And that will wrap up what I can't believe it, though, season 5. And there are 30 episodes per season, 30 capítulos por temporada. So do the math. 5 times 30. 5 times 30 is what? Think about it. 150. I had to think about that. I'm an English teacher, guys. Leave me alone. So 5 times 3 is 15. 150 episodes. But wait. Remember how I said that there are bonus episodes that come out as well as the episode that's available for everybody? So that's really over 300 100 episodes. And I'm really excited. I think you guys are going to like these last 2 episodes of season 5. But folks, we've got to go to a quick commercial break right now here on the show with no name. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of your comments. I see so many people are participating in the pop quiz. We've also got the Say What soundbite, spelling bee, homophones, and so much more up ahead. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget to listen to our latest programs. They just came out last week. You've got Speak Up with Ruby from 3 to 4 p.m. Then you've got Frankly Speaking with Chris Frank from 7:30 to 8:30. So many cool shows. You've got the ones that we've had for a long time, such as Richard Vaughn Live, Kyle Miller's Drive Time, The Salad, which has been on the air forever and a day, como decimos, para siempre y un día. That's some of the old school shows. You could count the show with no name in the old school. And then you've got some shows that are kind of new but not new. They're newer. And that's Fitz, Jules Linares. Well, Fitz has been on the air for I don't know how long now. It's a good question. Either way, quality programming all day long. That's right, amigos. All right, well, we've got to get started with today's Say What soundbite. Yeah. Say what? Come on. Yeah. yeah, 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 yeah. All right, folks, it is your Say What soundbite now. You're going to hear this audio clip 4 times. You're going to have 4 chances to write down word for word what you hear. But initially, I just want to know what you heard in your own words, using your best English. All right, so is everybody ready? Grab a notebook, grab a piece of paper, and get ready to jot this down. This is the Say What soundbite for the first time.
It's in a big theater. And I don't know if you've ever seen these shows. They bring up guys from the audience and they talk to them. And then one guy can speak Martian. And then he touches the other guy. Ooh, he can do something else. And then a quarterback. And then another guy's a chicken.
There you go. Wow. Sounds frenetic. Sounds manic. Sounds like a native speaker, right? All right. Let me give it to you again. And then we'll check your pop quiz answers. And also we'll check in with you guys. Mira, toma, otro double trouble. Ficharemos con vosotros. We'll check in with you and we'll check your answers. To check es revisar. And to check out es echar un vistazo. All right? So here it is for the second time.
It's in a big theater. And I don't know if you've ever seen these shows. They bring up guys from the audience and they talk to them. And then one guy can speak Martian. And then he touches the other guy. Ooh, he can do something else. And then a quarterback. And then another guy's a chicken.
All right. There you go, folks. There you go. Let's see what you heard. We're going to check in with our students now. There's David. And again, David was here 3 minutes before me. David, do you get here early to warm the seat up for me? I appreciate it. Warm up. Ahí estamos otra vez con el warm up. There's Born to Iron Man. He says, morning, guys. What's up? Born to Iron Man. Great to have you on board, as always. Kubla. There he is. He says, morning, enjoyable fellas. I dig shows of this sort, for I learn and thrive. Besides, I'm a good sport. English, there I dive. All right, a little bit of poetry. Yeah. Born to Iron Man says, he want us to stretch. Oh, this is the pop quiz. Gotcha. The double trouble with estirar y luego exageración that we got from our Speak Basketball book. All right, let's see. He says he wants us to. I read it correctly, but it's written incorrectly. Oh, good effort, but he wants us. Tendría que ser tercera persona, right? Born to Iron Man. So he wants us to stretch ourselves. In inglés no es reflexivo. So you could just say he wants us to stretch. And stretch ourselves doesn't sound very, very common. So te falta la S de wants. He wants us to, y fíjate cómo lo junto. He wants us, digo sus. He wants us to stretch out 3 times a day. All right, but Born to Iron Man, we're missing the second part too. All right, I expect you to be, especially you, to be more thorough, más concienzudo. Let's see. Kubla says he wants us to stretch 3 times a day. I think it's a little stretch. Yeah. Usually, I'm just going to make a little adjustment. Usually, es como frase hecha. So really, it's a bit of a stretch. Es frase hecha, eh? You can say it's a stretch. So I think it's a stretch. I think it's a bit of a stretch. Piénsalo, estás rebuscando demasiado. Es como no es, it's exaggerated if you think about it. Well, I don't know. That was good, but the other one's a little bit of a stretch. Un poco, ahí te has pasado, no te has exagerado un poco, right? A bit of a stretch. or a stretch? I like the little thing, but como te digo, suena más nativo. It's a bit of a stretch. Same idea, though. So great job, Kubla. Wonderful job. Isa Warrior. There she is, Isa Guerrero. And she says, estiremos exagerado. Yeah, you speak great Spanish. Wonderful Spanish, Isa. It's wonderful. Chris Valrol says, morning, Alberto and mates. What's up, movie queen? How you doing? She says, he want us to... Chris. He wants... guys, it looks like we've got to practice some structures over here. The funny thing is, I was practicing this with a student in class yesterday. The same structure. So a shout out to Carmen. Carmen is one of my students in my Curious community. And she has a weekly class with me with her fellow students. And then she has a monthly class with me. And we work this, man, we really work this. So Carmen, I know if you're listening, you're going to figure this one out today. So just be careful there. Chris says he wants us to stretch 3 times a day. I think it's a stretch. What is not a stretch is that I missed you. We missed you too, Chris. And we missed that S. We missed you too. And hope you had a great time with your folks. That's right. Con tus papis. There's Anix. Anix always participates in the question of the week. And I've got to say, Anix just has such a soothing voice. Relajante. And she says, I'm going to try and do it in your voice, Anix. Let me see. Let me clear my throat. Hold on. I'll lower the volume. Wow, this guy speaks a mile a minute. I think it is an American man. It could be an interview. I got something like a theater and a chicken. Nice job, Onyx. I hope I imitated you well. I hope I did you justice. Kubla participating as always. And he says, I heard an American man discussing a kind of game where men have special skills, including speaking cosmic languages. Yeah. All right. You guys are doing a wonderful job. You are doing a really great job. And I see so many people who are participating. Marisol says, morning, guys. What's up, Marisol? She says, can I ask a doubt I have? Sure, it's not the time right now unless it's related to something we're looking at, but okay. Because if not, if everybody asks me questions, then we change the name of the show to Ask Alberto. But let's see. Let's see what she says. Again, if it's related, guys, that's the same thing with when you comment. There are no rules, really. But if you're going to comment, don't half-ass it. Que ya veo que no vemos mucho eso. I see you guys, you pay attention, you dot your I's and you cross your T's. And I got to say, I've noticed that. She says, is reported speech the same as indirect speech? Well, indirect speech is a report of something that was said or written rather than exact words that were spoken or written. So I hope that answers your question. Ricardo says, I heard an American speaker gibbering. Wow, gibbering. Now, this is an interesting one. Gibber. Wow, you guys are really totally native over here. Gibbering. So farfullando. And one of my favorite words in English is gibberish. And by the way, Ricardo, totally native. So gibberish is hedigonza, galimatias, guidiguay, guidigay, nonsense. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So wow, Ricardo, I am impressed. Absolutely impressed. Let's see. Chris says, I have an American guy. I heard. You have one in your house? Don't, let the guy out. Come on, or at least feed him. I heard an American guy who could be talking about a show he attended. He could see a guy who spoke Martian and a chicken one. Sorry, he wants us. What a mistake. Well, Chris, you just made up for it with that wonderful observation, that wonderful take in today's Say What soundbite. Anybody else want to comment? Anybody else care to comment on what they heard? Anik says, perfect imitation, Alberto. I couldn't be happier. Well, thank you, Anix. I'm glad I did you justice there. All right, but we've got so much to do, so we're going to get into today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right, folks. That's right. It's our Spelling Bee, one of the most challenging sections on the show. And today we are going to infinity and beyond, my amigo. So everybody get ready for a cosmic journey. This is the Spelling Bee. This is round one, and here we go. Is everybody ready? I'm going to fly through this. These should all be capitalized, by the way. Is everybody ready? Round one. The first one is capital S, capital N, space 1604. The next one is OPHIUCHUS. The third one is JOHANNES, space KEPLER. The fourth one is DE, space STELLA, space NOVA. The fifth one is SUPERNOVA. The next one is KILOPARSECS. And that's it. Those are your 6 Spelling Bee words. We'll see if you guys can figure them out. I mean, I'm trying to give you a clue over there with those sound effects that I put in there. And I said, we were going to go to infinity and beyond, right? So obviously it's something that is space related, right? All right. I think we are due to land. Estamos programados para aterrizar. We are due to land over here in 3, 2. All right. What a soft landing. That is lovely. All right. Let's see. It looks like we may have a winner over here. Let's see. Kubla and Born to Iron Man have both taken a stab at it. Let's see. Kubla was first. Kubla says the first one, and the first one is correct, Kubla. The second one is correct. The third one is correct. The fourth one is correct. The fifth one is also correct. And the sixth one is correct. Nice job. Also, Born to Iron Man. At first glance, a primera mirada, at first glance, yours look absolutely correct as well. So give it up for your amigos, Kubla and Born to Iron Man. That's right, folks. And a quick reminder, there's an FYI episode on the Milky Way, la Via Láctea. We can't even begin to really grasp our great galaxy. Never mind the ones that lie way beyond what we even know. This intricate, interwoven, interstellar constellation of planets spins around the scorching sun in a way that seems completely seamless. Get ready to gaze up at the sparkling stars and puzzling planets spiraling endlessly in the sky above. We'll make sense of the Milky Way on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info. English. You got it. And folks, I've got a little surprise for you today for being such awesome students. Now, right now, before I shared, which one did I share with you before? Basketball. I shared the basketball links of FYI. Those are available to everybody, both of them. Now, the Milky Way ones, right now, just the first episode is available to everyone. Unless you have access to this Facebook, to this YouTube right now, and you can click on that link. I just shared it. It's exclusive for Show with No Namers who want to learn more about the Milky Way and idiomatic expressions that have to do with planets. And the only place you can find the link right now is in our group. So thank you, amigos. And stay tuned, because as you know, I'm always releasing new episodes, new bonus episodes, as well as the weekly episodes. So keep an eye out for them. Just yesterday, I released the episode on bread, the bonus episode. So just the way to make sure you never miss an episode is make sure you're following on wherever podcast platform. When you find For Your English, hit follow. And guys, enjoy it. That's the bonus episode of Milky Way, which is not available to the general public yet. All right, we've got to do round 2 of today's Spelling Bee, my amigos. Is everybody ready? Here we go. Oh, wait, and by the way, Chris Valrol, excellent job. You got it as well on the first go. Here we go. This is for everybody because I'm going to go at a very fair pace. Un ritmo bastante justo. The first one is capital S, capital N, space 1604. The second one is OPH, IUCHUS. The third one is JOHANNES, space KEPLER. The fourth one, DE, space STELLA, space NOVA. The fifth one is SUPERNOVA. And the sixth one is KILOPARSECS. There you go, folks. There's your spelling bee. Again, these all have to do with space. And the reason I chose these was because today in 1604, Kepler's supernova was observed in the constellation of Ophiuchus. Yeah, that's not an easy one to say. Don't worry. The good thing is it's not a very common word. But the key words that I wanted to take a look at there are Johannes Kepler, the famous German astronomer, mathematician, astrologer, natural philosopher, and writer on music. So this guy wore many, many hats. And de Stellanova in pede serpentari, in English is on the new star in the foot of the serpent handler, which is generally known as De Stella Nova, was a book written by Johannes Kepler between 1605 and 1606. Then you've got supernova, and I always like to do this on FYI. I define things. Right at the beginning, we look at the history and we define it. A supernova is a powerful and luminous explosion of a star. So a powerful and luminous explosion of a star. A supernova occurs during the last evolutionary stages of a massive star, or when a white dwarf is triggered, okay, and triggered is provocado. If you didn't know that, you didn't listen to the weapons episode of FYI. So it's triggered into runaway nuclear fusion. Y ahí me pierdo yo. So a supernova, I think it's a word that we all are familiar with, but if you have to really define it, you're like, yeah, that really cool thing. And the last one is I said kiloparsecs because it is supposedly 6 kiloparsecs away from us here on planet Earth. ¿Sabéis pronunciar esa? Earth, lo que quiero que hagas cuando veas la palabra Earth, elimina la A en tu cabeza. Ahora es más fácil, ¿no? Porque no es Earth, right? So a parsec is a unit of length, longitud, used to measure the large distances to astronomical objects outside the solar system. So that's pretty cool. A parsec is equal to 3.26 light years. And you know what parsec means to me? I'll never forget it. Parsec was the first video game that we had in my house. It was on our Texas Instruments computer. And I remember it took me, years later, because I remember I would come home from school and say, Mom, can you turn on the computer? I want to play parsec. But I never stopped to ask myself until years later, as I just said, what a parsec is. And it's a measurement. And you know what? I want to make sure I don't do that ever again. And that's why I've written 3 books with my buddy Damian Moya, which specifically look at that. Look at finding English and learning things from labels, from video games, from movies. And if you can learn English like that, well, then it's the shit, amigos. La bomba, la leche. All right, folks, you know what the music means. It means we're going to a quick commercial break, but don't fret. No os preocupéis. Don't fret, because we'll be right back with tons more exciting English. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Yeah. Welcome back to the second half. Oh my God. I can't believe we are in the third part, in the second half. Call it what you will. I hope you're having fun learning English with us here on Vaughn Radio every single day, where you can learn English for free. That's right. Just download our free app. Also follow us on YouTube. Aprende Inglés con Vaughan. Well, follow us on whatever social media platform you may be on. Instagram. We're even on LinkedIn. And you can stop by our website, grupovaughn.com. Take a gander. Échale un vistacillo. We've always got new things going on in the Vaughn world. And we'll give you all the information there at our website, grupovaughn.com. If you're looking for materials like the one we did in today's pop quiz about basketball, phrasal verbs, indirect speech, or what have you, go to vaughntienda.com. And I know the holidays seem like they're far away, right? The holidays meaning Christmas. Well, what if I were to tell you right now that there are only 69 days left till Christmas? 69 days left till Christmas, and I don't want to be that guy, but you might as well get some of your shopping done soon. And I know what your fellow classmates want for Christmas. They want more Vaughn or English materials. Well, you can get them all at our vaughntienda.com. Now, if you can't stop by the website, you can also check out our stores in person if you live in Bilbao, Valladolid, Zaragoza, Barcelona, Valencia, Santander, Vigo, and Madrid. If you heard any of your cities there, we'd love to meet you. Stop by. Just go to Google Maps and put in Vaughan, Valencia, Vaughan, Santander, and directions. And it'll tell you exactly how to get there, walking, by car, or what have you, even public transport. All right, folks, it's time for Homophones on the show with no name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
Show it no name. That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And here's where we look at words that tend to be a little bit tricky. Words that I've seen my students trip up on. Tropezarse. Tropezar. Yo siempre mezclo atropellar and tropezar. Yeah, that's a tough one for me. Y eso es que me atropelló un coche. Like, I got run over. You know where you can learn that one? Speaking of Christmas, Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. That's a classic in the U.S. Grandma le atropelló, casi digo atropezó. A la abuela le atropelló un reino. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. Y tiene ese southern twang. Yéndose de nuestra casa en Christmas Eve. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa. Tú puedes decir que Santa no existe. But as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Mi abuelo y yo, pues lo creemos, lo hemos visto. You think about it, it's a crazy song, right? Grandma got hit by a reindeer. Or what about, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Vi a mi madre besándole a Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night, el muérdago. So I know what you think. You're thinking, oh, innocent little Christmas songs. Really? Maybe not. All right. Well, it's not time for Christmas carols. It's time. Villancicos, Christmas carols. We have plenty of time for that. We've got 69 days, although we usually go on break a week or two. So think of it this way. We've got about 50 days till really that week is here. You know, because the weeks before are madness. We all know it. We all know the holiday season is madness. So 69 days till the 25th. Say 60 days until we're in it. We are in it. So think ahead. This way you're not like, oh no, I hope it gets here on time. You can pick up some materials at the Von Tienda. Okay, the first word is dried grass. Dried grass. Okay. Heno, you say. I think you also say paja, no? Heno. What else is it? Let me see if it has. Well, if you use the expression, I'm going to I'm going to hit the esa palabra es que me voy al sobre, a la cama. Also, if you offer somebody a role in the es un revolcón, a sexual encounter. Made famous from the movie Young Frankenstein, right? So, irse al sobre. We also say, there's an expression que os lo enseñaré, que es sacar provecho, sacar tajada de algo. So it's not just a word that you're going to use if you have horses, right? It seems like it's got many other uses. Okay, great. That is our first word. The second word is when you want to get somebody's attention. You say in Spanish, tú, Paco, te has dejado. You say, we don't say, okay? Oye, it's eso. También es hola, right? So, dependiendo el tono, si es, hola. Y tienes que decirlo con el mismo tono. No es lo mismo tú o hola, right? It's different tones. Well, the same thing. You get a different intonation when you say it either way. And what else? También es oye, oiga. Well, I think everybody knows the word very well. All right. Also, I've got to give you the Say What soundbite. Here it is for the third time.
In a big theater, and I don't know if you've ever seen these shows. They bring up guys from the audience and they talk to them, and then one guy can speak Martian, and then he touched the other guy. Ooh, he can do something else. And then a quarterback, and then another guy's a chicken.
All right, there you go, my amigos. There you go. That is your Say What soundbite for the third time. You're going to hear it one more time. But it seems like our buddy Kubla doesn't need a fourth listen because he nailed it. Nice job. Wow. That's awesome, dude. Great job on the third go. Oh, wait. No. There's one word that's off. Okay, there's one word that doesn't. The word irons is incorrect, Kubla. But pretty good nonetheless. All right, nonetheless. So here we go, my amigo. Let's see if anybody can get that word, because you say they bring up guys in the irons. So that's not the word. The good thing is you're going to hear it again. So the word is not irons, but good effort nonetheless, Kubla. We'll see if anybody can get that tough word. There's always one word that throws people off, I've noticed, but not in the homophone section, not today. The first person to participate is Kubla, and he says the correct words, and he says they sound the same. Born to Iron Man says the correct words, and he says they are homophones, which is definitely he's agreeing with him. Anybody else? Anybody else over there like to take a stab at it? All right, let's take a look at both words as we always do, in depth, en profundidad. The first word is hay, Hay. So hay, horses eat hay, right? That's what they say, right? Horses eat hay. Now, we also said that it meant some other things as well. So a roll in the hay. She offered me a roll in the hay. Un polvete, you would say, right? But I told her, nah, I'm tired. I'm going to hit the hay. Toma double trouble. Me voy al sobre. You can say to hit the hay or to hit the sack, que tiene sentido, un saco. Pero piénsalo, si vives en el campo, you're going to, pues buscas paja para dormir. I'm going to hit the hay, que no es pegarles, acudir a, ir a en inglés, right? So I'm going to hit the hay, I'm going to hit the sack. Now, also, the expression hay que sacar provecho, sacar tajada de una oportunidad is we have to make hay while the sun shines. Hay que hacer heno, paja, mientras haya sol, mientras brille el sol. So we have to make hay while the sun shines. There's a couple different idiomatic expressions that you'll hear. Also, there's hay fever. And hay fever is an allergy to pollen. So when you say, tengo alergia al polen, I have hay fever. Fiebre del heno, hay fever. So interesting word. You would never think it had so many meanings. Now, the second word is a word I see Spanish people misspell. Okay. Why? You don't know how many times I've gotten a text message or WhatsApp or an email, and my student says, E-Y. E-Y. And I'm like, what do you mean, E-Y? What is E-Y? A, like A. Like suena como la letra A. But in English, we got to put that H there. H-E-Y. And do they sound the same? Hey, I said that we have to make hay while the sun shines. I'll do it again. Hey, we have to make hay while the sun shines. Yes, they are homophones. To make hay while the sun shines. So just be careful, because I've had a lot of people make mistakes with the spelling of that second one. And just to let you know how much these are homophones, we have an old joke that we would use when we were a kid, teachers especially. And the teacher would say, hey, if somebody said, hey, the other person would answer, normally the teacher, hay is for horses. El heno es para los caballos. Como no me llames hey. Es como decir tú, hey. Pero depende también. If you want to get somebody's attention, you go, hey, excuse me, hey. You know, there's an urgency in your voice. Hey, is this yours? You left it behind. Or, hey, guys, hey. Totally different now. See? Same word, totally different intonation. Hey, how are you guys doing? Hey, how are you? Hey, okay. Also, expressing indignation. So one of them, hey, tú miras, I'm drawing attention. Hey, how's it going? Tú me saludas. What about this one? Hey, espera. Oye, un segundo. Hey, wait esa es lo que estás diciendo. O sea, tienes que pensar otra frase cuando lo dices. So, cuando dices la tercera, estás diciendo, espera un segundo. Hey. O sea, mismo entonación, espera un segundo. Hey, right? Hey. The first one, mira, hey, right? And the other one, hola, hey. So very, very different. Same word there. What else? Let's see if we have any ones. Oh, this is a cool one. Hey there. Hey there. Yo siempre lo pongo en mis correos a mis alumnos. Hey there. Oye, ¿qué tal? It's like a funny little one to say, hey you, hey there. And well, just make sure if you're going to write the words that that second one especially, you've got to put an H in there and in the first one, because if you say the first one, if you spell the first one without an H, do you know what it is? I. Okay. A-Y. I, sir. I, captain. Y eso es sí como, pero si eres un pirata. And as far as I know, we don't have any pirates in the house. Any Pirates of the Caribbean. Great movie. Hey, speaking of movies, name that movie. That's right, amigos. It's Name That Movie only on the Show with No Name. And let's see what we got. We've got some comments over here from our amigos. And let's see. Chris says, hey and hey could be homophones. Yes, they are. And she says, hey, no vayas presumiendo por ahí by Julio Iglesias. Hey, I don't know the reference there, Chris. It went over my head. Well, don't worry. Born to Iron Man got it. I missed it there, guys. All right, let's move on over here and see how we do in today's Name That Movie. Here we go with our trailer. Nightclub singer and her brother-in-law try to find her husband's killer. Ya está. There you go. So, a nightclub singer and her brother-in-law try to find her husband's killer. Sometimes it's really complicated and sometimes it's really straightforward. Al grano, right? So, let's see. Kubla says, Brian Johnson preferred to hit the sack when he sang Back in Black. Well, sure, it rhymes, right? So it makes sense, yeah. Back in black, I hit the sack. I've been so long, I'm glad to be back. Yes, I cut loose from the noose. The noose. ¿Cómo se dice noose? Siempre se me olvida esa palabra en español. The noose. Cut loose from the noose. The noose. The thing that they hang somebody from. Orca. The noose. So yeah, great. You found it in music there. Born to Iron Man says, let me try and do my best Pink Floyd here. Hey, you out there in the cold, getting lonely, getting old. Can you feel me? Hey, you standing in the aisles with itchy feet and fading smiles. Can you feel me? Hey, you. Did I do a good job, Born to Iron Man? It's great that you guys are finding all of these expressions and vocab in pop culture. And also, that applause is for our movie queen. Our movie queen, Chris Valrol, she got it. It's Affair in Trinidad. You say Trinidad, we say Trinidad. Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago. So yes, this is a movie starring the one and only Rita Hayworth. Espera. Ella vale eno? Hayworth? All right. Never mind. So yes, this is Affair in Trinidad. It came out in 1952. The production is credited. This is as interesting as the movie. The production is credited to the Beckworth Corporation. Now, Beckworth is a mix of two names, Rita Hayworth and her daughter, Rebecca Wells. So Beckworth. But there's a catch. Hay un truquito, algo escondido here, right? There's a caveat. Beckworth wasn't an actual production company. No fue una productora de verdad. Nope. It was a tax dodge. Now, do you know Dodge is? Es una marca de coches, pero es esquivar. So it was a tax and taxes impuestos, a tax dodge set up by Rita Hayworth and Columbia Pictures then president Harry Cohn. And this allowed her fee, su honorario, her fee for the film to be considered a capital gains rather than a salary. So there's one thing is income tax, no, por lo que ingresas, but a capital gains tax is lower. Espera, voy a buscar esta palabra. Capital gain. A ver, it's what corporations use, really. Capital gain. Ganancias de capital. Plusvalía, you say in Spanish. I've heard that word. Ahora que lo pienso, he oído la plusvalía. So that's a capital gains tax. And in this case, it was a lot lower. So she billed it, facturó, through the company, but there was no company. It was one of those shadow companies, one of those, tax dodges. And as we say in English, there are two things that you can be sure of: death and taxes, sadly. The taxes part. Death, well, listen, if it's everybody's fate, well, it just teaches you to enjoy life, I guess. So, yeah, and they caught them, obviously. That's why I'm telling you about it right now. Let's take a look at the scene here. Veronica says, "You wouldn't want me to drink by myself, would you? No quisieras que yo viviera yo solita, no?" See, there's a question tag. And she says, "I've been cooped up." This is a great one if you didn't know it. Now, a coop es un gallinero. It's a place where chickens are kept, in a coop. C-O-O-P. So she says, "I've been cooped up, encerrada, in Max's plane for 3 hours, cooped up in his plane with 3 very dull men. Tres hombres super aburridos." And dull is also, it's also a knife that doesn't cut, no? Or any blade, cualquier hoja que no corta, okay? So we say dull. Oh, man, you've got to sharpen your knives. They're dull, but dull is also boring. So she says 3 hours with very dull men. But you're not dull. Tú no eres un aburrido. And she sees Steve watching Chris as she exits the room, mientras sale de la habitación. And Veronica says, "Oh, you are dull. Eres aburrido. Any man who can't keep his eyes off another woman is dull." Cualquier hombre que no puede dejar de mirar, es la canción famosa. "Can't take my eyes off of you." Same thing. "You're just too good to be true." So any man who can't keep his eyes off another woman is dull. I might have known. Yo tenía que haber sabido. I might have known you'd be in love with her. Oh, yes. You're in love with her, and so is Max. And who knows how many others? ¿Quién sabe cuántos más? What is it about her? ¿Qué es de ella? What is it about her? ¿No? Que te mola. A chick, 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 boom, boom. A chick, chick, boom. A chick, boom. Chick, chick, boom, boom. Whoa. And she starts shaking and showing that maybe it's that booty, ese culete y cómo se mueve, that she's got all the guys hypnotized. She's got them in a trance. So yes, it's called Affair in Trinidad. And I've got to say, I've never seen this movie, but I have heard of it. And let's be honest, who hasn't heard of Rita Hayworth? She is one of the actresses from Hollywood's heyday. Y esa es otra palabra que he aprendido haciendo FYI. Hollywood's heyday. I think you say su apogeo o su auge. Hey, guys. Un poco de totally native. My Spanish has been improving while your English is improving. And that's what I call a win-win. Folks, we are off to our last commercial break. We've got so much to do in the fourth part of today's show. We've got Double Trouble. We've got Name That Lyric. We've got jokes, famous birthdays, and so much more up ahead. Plus, don't forget to send me your question of the week, telling me about your most embarrassing moment ever in English. We can't wait to hear from you guys this coming Friday. All right, we'll be right back with the rest of the show. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to this, the fourth and final part of today's show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Mark your calendars. November 1st. It's a Wednesday. It's a holiday in most of Spain. And we're going to be partying together in person. There's nothing like hanging out in person, right? And you know who else is going to be there? I can tell you right now. Rob, Andy, Kyle, Dave Boyes, Guy Williams has confirmed that he's going to be there. He couldn't make it to the last one. Richard Vaughn's coming. Guys, all my buddies on Vaughn Radio are going to be there having a couple brewskis. Unas cervezas. A couple brewskis. Sharing a couple laughs and going over some horror trivia. It's so good, it's scary. That they use that always. That's like the most famous tagline at Halloween. La frase slogan más famosa. They're so good, it's scary. Que da miedo. All right, amigos, November 1st, 8:30 p.m. Get there at 8. I'll put you on a good team. I can help you. I'm your friend. I'm your ally, tu aliado. November 1st at Roll Madrid, Calle de Amaniel 23. It's Vaughn Radio Trivia Night, and it's going to be a blast. Oh, yeah. All right, amigos, it's time for Double Trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is.
Give it up.
Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble, only on the show with no name. And again, I just got to say it just in case I forget. You guys are doing a wonderful job today. Whether you're tuned in live with us now or whether you're listening later on, keep up the good work. Keep up the motivation. And if you stay motivated, then you're going to do it a little bit every day of your life. And that's the secret. Because if you overdo it, si te pasas tres pueblos, if you overdo it, what happens? Same thing at the gym. You get burnt out, te quemas, and you quit. So be realistic, and also don't study English. Just make English a part of your daily routine, part of your life. Everything we do, everything I do with my daughter, whether it's reading a book or preparing dinner, I'm narrating it in English aloud. I'm like, now we've got to crack the eggs. And then we've got to beat the eggs, right? And she gets it. She doesn't have a notebook, guys, but she is writing down every single thing she hears. And I mean, taking a mental note of everything she hears. All right. So you guys have something in common with my daughter. Sure you do. You have the same teacher, right? Of course, same English teacher. All right, here's today's double trouble. And this is a word my daughter knows. Not the second part, but the first part she knows because the other day I was afeitando, man. She said, "What are you doing?" And I had to explain. And then now she jotted it down in her mind. Te dije que no te afeitaras. Uf, eso fue por los pelos. So, te dije que no te afeitaras. Uf, que no se dice woof en inglés. No me pongas woof. No sé qué es un perro. Quiero cómo se diga eso en inglés. Te dije que no te afeitaras. Uf, por los pelos. Eso fue por los pelos. Uf. But again, don't give me woof or oof. All right, there you go, my amigos. There's your double trouble. You have to use the same word twice, as you know. Te dije que no te afeitaras. Uf, eso fue por los pelos. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe you would say uy, uy. Yeah, that's what you would say, uy. Well, we don't say woof or uy in that sound. And today we're looking at a lot of those interjections. By the way, there's a chapter and a video or a section more than a chapter in my latest book. This book is the shit, where we look at these, like all these different sounds that we make. And sometimes we make the same one and other times we don't. This is where we don't. Te dije que no te afeitaras. Uy, eso fue por los pelos. There you go, my amigos. Good luck. You've got to use the same word twice. Also, let me give you the Say What soundbite for the fourth time. Kubla came close. Casi digo eso. Por los pelos. He came close. Y ahí paro. But let's see if anybody can get the whole thing there. All right. And here's your Say What soundbite.
In a big theater, and I don't know if you've ever seen these shows. They bring up guys from the audience, and they talk to them, and then one guy can speak Martian, and then he touched the other guy. Ooh, he can do something else. And then a quarterback, and then another guy's a chicken.
All right, there you go, my amigos. That is your Say What soundbite. For the fourth time, we'll take a look at who it is, what they're saying, and all that jazz in just a little bit. That's right. Yeah, and all that jazz. Y todo eso. All right. All right, let's see. A couple people participating in today's Double Trouble. A-doobity ba 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 ba. A-doobity boo boo boo. Ba da ba da ba ba ba. A-dee-dee-dee-da. German says, I told you not to shave. So far, so good, German. I told you not to shave. Te dije que no te afeitaras. He says, few. That's right. Nice, German. Few. No few como pocos, pero suena igual. Pero se escribe P-H-E-W. Few. Whew. That was close. Now, you could say that was close, but then that's not a double trouble. So you could say, I told you not to shave. Phew, that was close. Or whoa, whoa. También de shock. De whoa, uy, whoa, phew. All right. So great job so far. Let's see how he did in the second part here. He says, that shaved off. It's a good effort there, German, but it's not to shave off. Okay, let's see. Kubla, I told you not to shave. Te dije que no te afeitaras. Oh, that was a close shave. All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That was a close shave. You can also say a close call. Oh, man. That was a close shave. That was a close call. It means, wow, por los pelos. By the skin of my teeth, otra forma de decirlo. So there you go, folks. A close shave, a close call. Two different ways to say, uy. Let's see. Chris Valrol got it too. She says, I told you not to shave. Phew. Close shave. Por los pelos. So by the skin of your teeth is another way to say it as well. We don't say by the hairs, pero si lo piensas, close shave, ¿no? Estás afeitándote, pelo. I mean, facial hair. Let's see. Let's test your knowledge of facial hair. How do we say patillas? Those things Elvis had, or Dylan in 90210. Those are called sideburns. Patillas. And they're not little legs, amigos. They're sideburns. Little legs. What about perilla? Perilla is a goatee. A goatee. Look at that. Mustache. That one's easy. So, all right. Also, Chris, great one. She just be careful. Tienes una T de más, Chris. Chris put close, but not cigar. Yes, close, but no cigars. Uy, casi. Chris? Wait, that's not the one I wanted to give you. That's the one. That's the one I wanted to give you. Totally native. Just be careful. La T no sobra ahí. So, pero otra vez, la entonación es clave. Close, but no cigar. Pero esta vez no. Esta vez no te llevas el puro. All right, amigos, it's time to move on. We've got so much to do on today's show, and time is just ticking by. So let's get into today's You're Joking.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking. That's right, folks. You're joking here on the show with no name. And you know what? Since we were talking all about things like that had to do with hair and stuff like that, I figured we could go to the hairdresser or the hair salon today. Who knows? Maybe we can get a perm. Veo que el permanente ha vuelto. But for guys, what's going on? Guys, one of the cool things about being a guy is we don't have to blow dry our hair, right? So why would you make extra work for yourself? I don't get it. That's why some ladies cut their hair short. Like, I don't want to deal with the blow dryer or the hair dryer, as it's called. So I don't get it now. I'm seeing some of the young guys, the teenagers here, with like perms, permanentes. And I'm like, you look like my Aunt Marge. Pareces mi tía Marge a little bit. She used to get her perm once a month. Now, I don't get it. Es permanente, pero tienes que ir una vez al mes. Doesn't make sense at all. All right, let's see if these jokes make sense to you guys, amigos. Why was the woman's hair so angry? Why was the woman's hair so angry? Because she was always teasing it. She was always teasing it. Why was her hair so angry? Because she was always teasing it. No. Okay. Well, to tease is to make fun of or to annoy somebody. Stop teasing your brother. No le fastidies. No te burles de él. Right? To tease is also to tempt. You want this? Nope. Piensa un strip tease. Strip. Despelotarse. Tease. Vacilar. No. Tentar. No es para ti. Coquetear. To tease. Right? But also to tease your hair is to comb your hair. And it means like to comb it like in the 80s style. Like, think about it. I remember girls had a comb Okay, tenían un peine. And then they would like use a hair dryer and they would use like hairspray and like make it. I guess I get it now. They would usually get like 3 or 4 inches taller. Estaban al menos 3 pulgadas más altas with this hair. So that's to tease your hair. Es como sobrepeinarlo para que esté un poco más puff, right? I don't know how to describe it very well, but to tease. So do you get it now? Why was the woman's hair so angry? Because she was always teasing it. All right. What's a baker's favorite hairstyle? El panadero, el pastelero. What is oh, by the way, the bakery episode, the bread episode of FYI just became available to everybody yesterday. So wherever you get your Vaughn podcasts, give it a listen. And I tell you all about my Sicilian family in that one. Plus, we look at idiomatic expressions that have to do with bread. So what is a baker's favorite hairstyle? A bun. No? A bun? Well, a bun is a sweet bread, un bollito, magdalena, this kind of sweet bread, right? But it's also un moño. It's also a hairstyle que parece un panecillo ahí atrás, right? Redondo. Think about it. Makes sense in English. You get it now? What's a baker's favorite hairstyle? A bun? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. What is a hairstylist's favorite animal? Okay. What is a hairstylist or hairdresser? You can say hairdresser, hairstylist, and then a barber is generally for men, right? So what is a hairdresser's or hairstylist's favorite animal? Hair. Hair? Well, I know you know pelo, right? Hair is pelo. But also, what about hair? Hare, are. Well, that is liebre. It's a kind of rabbit, right? What is a hairstylist's favorite animal? Hair. By the way, if you guys have an English class, some of you are in class with me every week, but if you have a weekly English class, which you should, you can try telling some of these jokes in your English class, you know, just to break the ice. Hey, teacher, I learned a new joke. You want to hear it? Hey, you might get some brownie points, como llamamos, unos puntos extras del profe, ¿no? So a hairstylist's favorite animal is a hare, un pelo o un liebre, dependiendo cómo está escrito. All right, and last one for you. Why do bees have sticky hair? ¿Por qué las avispas tienen el pelo pegajoso? Why do bees have sticky hair? They use honeycombs. You get it? No? Well, first, look at that. There's another hairstyle, which is called a beehive. A beehive is una colmena abejera, but also a beehive is colmena o cardado. It's the haircut that Marge Simpson has. That's called a beehive. I don't have to explain why, do I? Okay. So we just learned another hairstyle today, a beehive. But no, this one has nothing to do with a beehive. It has to do with bees, though. And this joke is the bee's knees. La bomba. Okay, all right. So why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycombs. Well, a honeycomb is, a ver, no me acuerdo la palabra, lo vi cuando hice. By the way, there's an FYI episode on bees too. A honeycomb, panal. So it's the wax structure that bees make. It's that shape. And if you separate the words, porque es una palabra todo junto, if you separate the words, it's peine, comb de miel, a honeycomb, right? Peine de miel. Pero como van juntos, es panal, right? It is the thing that, Well, that little nest, that structure that they make to create honey. So you get it now? Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycombs. Oh, and that B is silent. Esa B es totalmente muda. All right, folks, time to move on to famous birthday trivia.
Famous birthdays for you. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Famous birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's famous birthdays only on the show with no name. And the first one is: his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's joking now. Everybody's joking now. You know this one? All right. Well, that one. You gotta lose yourself in the music, the moment. You own it. You better never let it go. You only get one chance. Do not miss your chance. Guys, come on. 8 Mile. Now, the guy's got a lot of awesome songs, but that one won a Grammy. I mean, that one put him on the map globally. Because before, everyone's like, oh, yeah, that little rapper kid from Detroit, that little white kid from Detroit. But then when he put out this movie, and I think the whole world was like, oh, wow, that's really good. And so he's a controversial character. And he's also, his name is the name of a very popular candy, but it's also his initials, M-E-M, right? All right, number 2, this American actress was born in 1918. She achieved fame during the 40s. She appeared in over 61 films in her 37-year career. She was a pinup girl as well. And she's been in so many movies, from You Were Never Lovelier, The Strawberry Blonde, Only Angels Have Wings, Affair in Trinidad, which was today's Name That Movie. And last but not least, this guy was born in 1959, a Canadian actor, comedian, producer, and screenwriter, He died recently in 2021. I love this guy because of his deadpan delivery. What does that mean? Deadpan means no expression. So some comedians are like, look at me, I'm the funny guy. Right? I don't know why I just did. It sounded like Woody Woodpecker. El pajarito loco. So yeah, this guy, man, I'm a huge fan. When he died, I was pretty sad. He was on Saturday Night Live, but he was a very well-respected comedian. And again, he had his own style, which was very unique, and he really delivered everything deadpan. Sin emoción. Let me give them to you, because if not, we're going to run out of time over here. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 in today's famous birthday trivia, Marshall Mathers. Marshall Mathers, a.k.a. M&M. De ahí viene sus M&M. No es por el caramelo, sino por su nombre, M&M. Number 2, it is Rita Hayworth. We looked at the word hay over there. And the third one, Norm Macdonald. I'm sure if you look him up, you're going to be like, claro, este tío, because he's been in many movies. He was in Saturday Night Live, as I said, as well. And I loved his deadpan delivery. And that's what we're going to look at over here in our Say What soundbite. This is birthday boy Norm Macdonald. And he was talking about when he was a kid, he went to one of these hypnosis shows where, they hypnotize everybody and they do all these kind of these tricks, right? And he wasn't too impressed. And he's telling David Letterman, the interviewer. So the interviewer is the one who asks the questions. The interviewee is the one who answers the questions, the one who's being interviewed. So here he's being interviewed and he's asking him about, some experiences that he had from a young age when he was in the theater and how he got into it. And he goes, yeah, well, it's in a big theater. I'm going to try and imitate him. It's in a big theater. I don't know if you've ever seen these shows. I don't know if you ever see, it's very monotone, but it's on purpose. That's the character that he played, which is himself, obviously. I don't know if you've ever seen these shows. They bring up guys from the audience. The key word there that we were missing was audience, del público. They bring up guys from the audience and they talk to them. And then one guy can speak Martian. Y les hablan, y un tío puede hablar marciano. And then he touches the other guy, toca al otro, and whoa, he can do something else. Y mira, de repente él puede hacer otra cosa, tiene otro poder. And and then a quarterback. Y se convierte en quarterback, no, jugador de fútbol. And then another guy's a chicken. Like, in other words, it was insane and it made no sense to him. So here we go with birthday boy Norm McDonald.
It's in a big theater. And I don't know if you've ever seen these shows. They bring up guys from the audience and they talk to them. And then one guy can speak Martian. And then he touches the other guy. Ooh, he can do something else. And then a quarterback. And then another guy's a chicken.
All right, folks. Well, great job to each and every one of you today. You did a wonderful job here on the show. I want to thank you for spending this 2 hours with me every day. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. Show with No Namers. Stay tuned because up next, you've got so many amazing programs. Starting off with Ximena Holidays Test Your English. Right after this quick commercial break. All right, folks, we'll be back tomorrow with more. I promise. Bye-bye.